call in Ric. I'd like to give you a bit of background on Ric Cutamora. Now, I've known Ric for many, many years, more than 16 to 20 years. He's been a good friend, and many things I like about Ric. You know, Ric is a very humble person. He's a team player, and most importantly, he's a very teachable person. Now, Ric's background, this guy, you should hear from him. You know how he started, and he has accomplished a lot in a short period of time. However, through the business, because of his teachable attitude, his business now has expanded in different parts around the world, and he's now become one of the major players in Crowd1. So without further ado, I'd like to call on Mr. Don Ric Cutamora. All yours, Don Ric.
Hello. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you, Don Ric. Is your camera on or?
I'm already, so yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
Good day, everyone from down under. I'm from Sydney, so today I think is appropriate for morning, afternoon, and evening. I think Gilbert has presented a brilliant presentation on this application platform that is the fastest growing network affiliate marketing company in the world. So I'll just add a little bit of my background and how I started with business. Anyway, my name is Ric Cutamora, and we have lived in Australia for more than 30 years. And my background is in information technology. So I've worked in Australia for 30 years. I've worked in Saudi Arabia for 8 years as an OFW. And just before that, I worked in the Philippines for about 7 years. So guys, I think you must have figured it out already. I have worked for 47 years. And plus my part-time years, we easily add up to like 50 years, right? So we always say this, most people are doing this 40, 40, 40 plan. Okay, working for 40 years, and then 40 hours a week, and hoping that you get about 40% of that income that you have. But unfortunately, that doesn't work. I have worked, as I have said, for the 50, 40, 40 plan. But in actuality, I only get like about less than 1/3 of I was, my salary when I was with the workers. I mean, the pension is about less than 1/3. So, just like a free advice to my friends, if you are still thinking that 40, 40, 40 plan will work for you, I'm sad to say that doesn't work. I was born in a small village in the Philippines, and I witnessed the poverty of our family. There were actually 7 of us siblings, and I remember times where we just collapsed with no food. But what my mom tries something here and there, prepare some kakanin in the Philippines that we can sell around the village to supplement whatever we have. I was the one going house to house, selling the kakanins. But that experience actually helped me in this business. Like, not all that we invite will come and join us. So, just like when you're vending or selling kakanins around, not all the household will buy from you. So, that really helps me as well. So, basically, from that young age, I already decided to get out of the poverty. So I worked my way to be able to get a degree, taking odd jobs here and there, and then full-time working student in college. So anyway, I prepared myself to become a good employee, studying engineering for 5 years, and 1 year for review and take the board exam, plus my postgraduate studies in MIT. So I was able to work for big companies like Bank the Philippines, big companies here in Australia, and even a good company in Saudi Arabia as well. I have actually done network marketing for the past probably more than 20 years now, I would say, because of my desire to be, financially free and for my family. Within that 20 years, there was one company that we have a success, and but the very last company that I was involved with before Crowd1, it was not good. I lost some money. Even my friends that I invited to join me in the company. So when I got a call from a trusted friend, I was really not ready yet. But that friend, a trusted friend, was persistent to call me again, and he asked me to just listen to the webinar, and that's just what I did. I listened to the webinar, and I said, "Oh my God, this is nothing the same as what I've experienced the past 20 years. Crowd1 is something different, really." So after one webinar, I joined the team and just attended all the webinars, trainings, and events. And that's the journey. That's the start of my journey with Crowd1. I still have a long way to go, but just be persistent, consistently attending webinars and just following the system. So, as I've said, when a trusted friend called me back then, I was not keen of doing network marketing anymore. But after I joined the company Crowd1, actually I lost my job after a month. So I think it was a God-given appointment that I will start Crowd1. So now I'm doing Crowd1 full time. I face so much challenge as well, but because of my why, I continue and just continue. My big why is to be able to have a good pension money because I'm retired, and I know I only right now I'm getting like less than 1/3 of what I used to earn as a full-time employee. So I see this as a pension money, not only for myself, but even for my grandchildren. Friends, with the pension money, it is so small, as I said, less than 1/3 of what I was getting before. And when you pass away, that money will also stop. While what I can see in Crowd1, generational income is possible. Yeah, so as long as Crowd1 exists, and we pray that Crowd1 will continue, we pray for the health of all the people managing the company. You expect like the pension every month is coming in, and you can pass this on to your children and grandchildren as well, which you cannot do in your own pension. So I will always be grateful to both these trusted men. I'll just mention them now, Don Ed and Don Gilbert, because of their persistence and helping me out in the system right now. Let me leave you with this. Again, let me just make this okay. 40-40-40 plan does not work. Secondly, if you think of yourself only,
leave it.
Still doesn't give you good money. Okay, how about thinking of your children, grandchildren? Then the more it doesn't really not enough. Just let me leave you with this famous statement from Jim Rohn, which is profit is better than wages. So if you continue just unemployment or just wages, but he said it's always good to have So let me just define it as profit are better than wages. Wages will make you a living. Profits will make you a fortune. You know, it's a bit difficult to get rich on wages, but anybody can get rich in profit. So salaries offer a linear income. So if you're an employee, linear income is very time dependent. When you don't show up for work or take a day off, paycheck may stop. While residual income or profits, you work hard once and it's unleashes a steady flow of income for months or even years. So really the key to this one is the principle of leveraging. We only do leveraging. We leverage on technology, money, we leverage on someone else's time, but somehow it's difficult for us to use leveraging to earn an income. This is the company that can provide us the principle of leveraging to give us, the hope that we can have financial freedom. And I'm really looking forward to that. So as I've said, why not use leveraging to earn an income? And Crowd1, as I can see, is one of that vehicle. Yes, this is network marketing, but really different from all other network marketing out there. This is the first time a system is done in the industry. So the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else look for work. That's from the saying from Robert Kiyosaki. And lastly, as a network marketing company from Zig Ziglar, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. So I like this principle because this is a business of helping people, and as they have, the more people you help, the more you will get something in life. So, which is a very noble principle. So I think I just encourage everyone, if you not joined in yet, 99 euros is the worst that can happen to you. But what if this is the vehicle that will provide you with financial freedom? I said, what if you're not there yet? But we know that there are a lot of people already making this a vehicle for their financial freedom. So this is not a tried system. This is a very proven one. There's so many millionaires already in this business. So again, I would encourage everyone, if you are not in yet, join in as soon as possible. And to those who are already doing this business, I would say all the best. Let's work together, help one another, and we raise ourselves to help others. And so that's it. Thank you so much. Hope I inspired you guys, and we will be here as a team. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Don Rick. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you, Rick. So as what Don Rick said, guys, basically, that's the same reason why I also did not pursue the career, which is when I say career, a career means you can earn money, not necessarily your primary source of income. Now, I did not pursue the job option because we all know, guys, it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, even though we have a better superannuation than other countries. The pandemic has turned around the world in a different way, in a negative way, and big companies are suffering, and people are. So we need to be more smarter, guys. In other words, we have to have a source of income that is not dependent only on the time we put in. Okay, so the best way to earn from that is through what we call residual income. And as you've seen through the system, as what Rick said as well, is that you can make money once you've built a team, and your team, because they're not only dependent on you. See, everyone in our team is a different person, which means we're partners. No one works for anyone. So therefore, everyone has the opportunity to grow their business bigger than even the person who sponsored or referred them. So that means when you develop your team, once you get to the point that your team are actually moving independent of you, then that's when the rewards are even greater. Because, for example, I have started this business in 10 months. I've only sponsored about 19 people, of which less than 10 are actually moving seriously. However, with that number, I was able to get to director 1 star in only 6 months. So it's not only how hard you work, but it's the quality of work you put in. Now, in a job, you can work hard, and if you want to work smart, how can you when you're being leveraged by the boss? In fact, the person who benefits most when you do a better job is your boss, isn't it? And that's why I keep on telling people, that's why after you've done, especially what Rick has experienced, he's a hard worker. He has put in a lot of time in his job, and only to find out, sad to say, that he was actually taken out of that position. Now, lucky and for him, and the great benefit, he has a business now, can replace what income he has been earning in just a short period of time. And that's what Crowd1 can do. So we are totally different. In fact, there's not a lot of companies who are focused on digital products. As you see me now, is how I built my business for the longest time, and in 9 to 10 months, in the comfort of my own home, I'm able to spread my business in 34 countries, and I didn't even do it myself. It's gone to countries I didn't even have any knowledge of. The next thing I know is the business went there and went here, and now you're earning residual income by working smarter. So that's where things is becoming so exciting. Where things are becoming exciting is when the business is in automatic mode. Okay, and to get to automatic mode as an employee will be basically impossible, because it's a one, as what Rick said, 1-to-1 ratio. You put in 1 hour, you're paid 1 hour. If you want to work more, you put in 8 hours, then you're paid 8 hours. What if you can't put in 8 hours because you got sick because of the pandemic? What happens? Your income suffers. And that's why Warren Buffett said, if your primary source of income is your job, then you're pretty much close to poverty. Because if your job gets sacrificed, or whatever reason it may be, a lot of people don't have financial reserves to last them even longer than 1 month. So a lot of people find themselves homeless in 1, 2, or even 3 months. So you need to have what we call financial reserves. You need to back it up with a business that you can do part-time. Okay, so thank you so much, Rick, for sharing.